Into Yaya. Yes, we finally scored. Yaya Toure gets the goal. Hey guys, it's Ep15 here and welcome back to episode 15 of my Manchester City career. Now, today's episode, we've got some games to go through. The first game's going to be against Norwich. That's in the Cup, that's the FA Cup. It's a replay match after we didn't get ourselves into the next round in the last game. So, going to replay them. Obviously, in the last match it was 0-0, hoping for a much better performance in today's episode. So, we've got that game coming up first of all, that's a replay. Then we've got a game against Newcastle at home in the league and then Newcastle in the Cup. Another second leg to play here, this time in the semi-finals of a different cup competition. So 2 games against Newcastle and a game against Norwich as well to kick things off before then. This could be a bonus episode today. If it is, then thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. If it's not, then of course we can try and get 100 likes in today's episode and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button as well down below if you haven't already, and that'd be absolutely great. I would really appreciate it. Trying to hit 15,000 subscribers, and by you hitting that button, obviously you help out massively, so I'd really appreciate it. Still in the January transfer window, still obviously trying to sell Mangala. This deal for Mangala has broken down in between episodes, so Sevilla has basically pulled out, or they haven't managed to agree on terms, so that means that that deal has broken down and he'll now remain at the club for a couple of days at least. He could still go before the end of the window, we'll have to wait and see. Also, company served his suspension from the last episode, that means he can play now and he will start in this game coming up. This is the side I'm going with: Ederson starting goal, Kyle Walker, Company, Otamendi and Mendy in defence, Yaya Toure, De Bruyne and Silva in midfield, Sanchez, Aguero and Leroy Sané as our front three. A pretty strong bench as well. Fernandinho coming back from injury on the bench now, so that'll be interesting to see whether he does get a bit of game time or not. Let's crack on with this game against Norwich, try and get ourselves into the next round. Of course, can't afford to slip up here, and it is a very strong team, so we should win. Simple as that. Okay, there we go for this game against Norwich. Let's see how we get on at Carrow Road. Got to get ourselves into the next round. Cannot afford to slip up against this team. Our side that puts out is so much better than theirs. For that alone, we should be able to get ourselves through, but you've got to perform with the players as well. Leroy Sané starting off really strong, coming inside now on his left foot, needing some support. Sergio Aguero's around him. Can he find the right ball through? He can. Aguero trying to get a shot away, blocked early on, but he tries to get off the post. Just about to celebrate, but what a start that was to the game. Thought I'd scored. We should have really scored there. Great opportunity for Sergio, but sadly hits the post. Mendy wins it back. Sergio Aguero now waiting for some support here from Sanchez. He's got to use his pace and burst into the box if he can. Sanchez having to go a little bit wider than he was hoping for. Into De Bruyne, who shoots and headed away by the defender and cleared very well. But I don't know how he's managed to get his head in front of that. It was a hell of a strike from De Bruyne. It looked a really good shot on goal and might have found the back of the net. Aguero. Sanchez in support, not going to find him though. Aguero going alone, De Bruyne following up. Oh, hits the goalkeeper and actually saved pretty comfortably in the end, straight at him. Leroy Sané again trying to pick up the pieces and start another attack. Yaya looking to Sanchez, now into De Bruyne. It has to be a... Oh no, we've not just seen that, have we? What was that, De Bruyne? Come on. I don't criticise him very often because he doesn't make that many mistakes, so that's poor. Sané into David Silva into Yaya. Yaya still trying to build up the play a little bit more. Kevin De Bruyne back into Yaya Toure. Oh, saved again by the goalkeeper. It's complete control. We're just on the edge of their box, waiting for the right chances. Keep on winning it back. They're struggling to get out. And so far, still remains 0-0. That's the frustrating bit for us. We've got to start taking some of our chances. And yeah, need to get ourselves in front. That's great play. Sanchez in behind the full-back now. Looking for a pullback. Sergio Aguero into Yaya. Yes, we finally scored. Yaya Toure gets the goal. And it's a fantastic finish into the bottom right-hand corner. Brilliant build-up play. What we've done there is drawn out the left-back fantastically. And it's allowed Sanchez in behind just by drawing him out and then we get the cutback right. And it just seems to fall into place for us in this move. About time as well. We could be 3 or 4 up here. It has been complete control. I've not had a single attack yet. Great little back heel. Just enough on it to allow Yaya Toure to slot it into the bottom right-hand corner. Great finish as well, by the way. It's a tough one, is that. You've got to open up his body and try and find that corner. It's a tough opportunity. Not enough pace on the back heel, but does well Yaya and finishes off. 5 minutes left of the first half. It's about time we're in front as well. It's half-time still in the game 1-0. Obviously fantastic to be in front. We need a couple more goals though because we deserve the couple of goals. Passed it around really well. Actually in the last couple of minutes since we scored the goal, Norwich came forward. They've still yet to have a shot in the game, but they came forward and looked a little bit of a threat. So we've got to be careful of that. Got to make sure we get a second goal before they have any attacks. They've not had a proper attack yet or a shot. So got to make sure we get a second goal first before they start throwing even more players forward. Well played. Sanchez, Aguero into De Bruyne. Great turn on his left foot and he gets the second goal. It's what we needed. It's a couple of minutes in. That's exactly what we're after. And it's Kevin De Bruyne who scores it. 2-0 now. We needed that goal. It's a brilliant bit of play as well. Again, it's a little bit more of a mess, this one, than the first goal, but he manages to turn out eventually. It's a nice little turn from De Bruyne, showing a bit of quality there, which we needed, and slots it in the top right-hand corner like it's nothing there on his weaker side. Brilliant bit of play initially from De Bruyne to win it back, and he just turns out there, completely gets rid of his man. Fantastic finish, 2-0. Aguero over to Leroy Sané. This is fantastic. Starting to open them up a little bit more. Norwich pushing players forward and they can't handle it. Leroy Sané can't handle the strike either. And Sanchez were following up, but frustrating. Should be 3-0 there. Really should. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Didn't go across the goal enough. Aguero. Oh, what a ball through here. David Silva. Oh, it's right at the goalkeeper. De Bruyne follows up, but it's cleared. And it is out for a corner, actually. Yaya Touré to deliver in here. Still trying to keep the pressure up. Still going for the third goal, but gun punches. Well played, Yaya. David Silva now into Sergio Aguero. Aguero trying to beat his man. He's just struggling for an extra yard of pace here. He's going to play off to Sanchez. I was after David Silva initially. Oh, deflects onto the bar. It was close. Sanchez now following it up and looking for David Silva again, but he can't make his way into the box. David Silva over to Leroy Sané. Loads of space. It has to be a third goal, Sané. Oh, no. Again, couldn't get the angles right. Good save, though. Oh, what a pass. How have Norwich managed this? They've not had a shot yet. This is going to be the first one, and they've scored it. Of course they've scored it. Oh, what else were they going to do in that position? It's the first shot of the game, 81 minutes in, and they've scored it. Look, why have we got 3v2 there? Oh, so frustrating. I don't know what's happened to our defence there. 2-1 is an absolute outrageous scoreline, is that. It should be, and I'm not even exaggerating here, 4, 5, maybe even more against Norwich. I mean, it has been ridiculous the amount of control I've had over this game. Every single time we've been around their box and just haven't managed to get any more goals. It's been very frustrating. Referees helped us out here though. Leroy Sané got about a third. Oh, Jesus Christ. He could have had a hat-trick himself from those positions. Still a few of the finishes off, to say the least. Still got to try and improve that. 6 minutes to go. We're going to make some final changes here. The match kind of got away from us a little bit. So, yeah, we're going to make some changes now. So Hernandez, Goulam and Fernandinho all going to come on. We'll take off Mendy, Leroy Sané, Yaya Touré. Going to freshen things up slightly. More sort of defensive in particular. Obviously Goulam comes on playing as a left winger. Hernandez as a left back. So trying something a little bit different, a little bit new. Obviously it's a little bit risky, you could say, because 6 minutes left. They could actually get an equaliser here. And I just feel like we're so in control of this match. It just shouldn't happen. If it does, then it's just proof that this game is absolute nonsense, really. Because we have been just in complete control. They're throwing a lot of players forward here, obviously. With it being later on. We're just hoping we can defend well. And that's fantastic, in fact, from Hernandez. Great switch here. Goulam going to try and bring it down now if he can. He will do. Looking for a ball into the middle. Sanchez to head down. Aguero! Just wide. Supposed to really try and find Kevin De Bruyne, I think it was, in the box there. But in the end, just went for the shot instead. Goulam over to Sergio Aguero. Does he have the pace and strength to keep hold of it? Aguero to shoot. And again, it's happened too many times. That sort of shot right at the keeper has happened about 4 times in this game. And all of which I think we could have done so much better with. Goulam out the back post. Oh my God, we've missed that. How? He's missed that. This is ridiculous. What has gone on in this game? Again, the finishing is completely off for us at the moment. I have no idea what's going on with some of these players, but it's 2-1. I mean, it's not the best scoreline ever. They've had one shot, one on target, and they've scored. I said it was one shot. I meant it, because that was the first shot of the game, 81 minutes in, and they scored it. We've had 17 shots, 9 on target, 2 goals. I don't even know where to begin, because I feel really angry that we've not scored. At the same time, I'm really, really happy because we've absolutely smashed them. They were all over the place, Norwich. They were terrible. We were so much better than them. But we only scored 2 goals, and that's not good enough. That's not good enough at all. And so a real mixture of emotions after that game. Before the next game against Newcastle and in the league, we've got a bid in here from West Brom for Mangala, £11.4 million. Again, we're just going to accept. It's actually more than the last bid that we also accept as well from Sevilla, but it's maybe his wage that's going to cause some issues. Similar sort of situation to a lot of our players, to be honest, that when we want to sell them, the wages are so big that it's difficult for the clubs to buy them. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully West Brom can afford him. We'll wait and find out in the next few days. Gabriel Jesus will be starting this game after Aguero's probably a little bit tired still. Yeah, we'll make some changes. Okay, to this game now against Newcastle. You'll see that I'm really prioritising the cup games in today's episode because I want to have a good run there. And obviously in the league we're about 15 points in front, so we don't really have to worry about too many things. So many changes for this league game. Edison starts in goal though. We've got Danilo at right back, Stones, Hernandez and Goulam in defence. Fernandinho, Gundogan and Delph in midfield, and got Raheem Sterling, Silva and Gabriel Jesus starting as our front 3. So a little bit different. The bench is a little bit different too, so we could bring on some youngsters here potentially. Otamendi, Wood, Sanchez, Foden, Sané, Ruiz and Aguero all on there. So plenty of different options. I think Davenport could maybe be on the bench for the next game. We'll wait and find out exactly, but I will be going with quite a strong team for the next cup match that we have against Newcastle. I want to get into the final, and obviously we have to beat them and make sure we get a comfortable victory in that game. First of all, though, it's the league game, and of course we've got to focus on that one and try and get ourselves 3 points. Okay then, let's crack on with this match at the Etihad, try and get ourselves a good victory against Newcastle. Interested to see how these combination of players work together. Obviously a lot of quality still on the side, but at the end of the day there is also a lot of changes as well. Jesus now over the top to Bernardo Silva. Can he hit it on the volley? No, he went for the header and it nearly worked, to be fair to him. Couldn't quite get to the bounce before it, so had to head it right at Elliott there in goal, but very bizarre strike from him. Had to be saved out for a corner, and Bernardo Silva will deliver the corner as well. What's it like? Not too bad. Couldn't connect though. Jesus turning really well, shooting as well, but couldn't find the corner. Rob Elliott with a comfortable save and out for another corner. Bernardo Silva again going to try and deliver something in. Goulam's got to do better this time and he can't. Again cleared. Got to look a little bit better from the set pieces. Jesus now running at the defence. Again, a similar sort of situation where he has no support. It's happened so often. Why can we not attack in a few numbers? So frustrating to see because it just ends up being one lead attacker and everyone just holds back and you can't attack by yourself. Oh, what a pass into Gabriel Jesus. He brings it down. Oh, my days. Okay, it's a difficult one. It's on his weaker foot, but still, I think the actual finish there just allows it to bounce up. I didn't want it to bounce up. Hit it first time, hit it on the half bounce, but don't let it bounce up. It's so strange. It's just an awful strike. Jesus, that's good. Into Gundogan. Finally some support for him, but the finish, always going to be optimistic to finish, I think, from there on his weaker side. Again, there's a lot of sort of pot shots. Nothing that's really clear-cut. Nothing I feel like should be going in. So it's a little bit frustrating for us. We're going to have to change something at half-time because I'm not happy with this performance right now. Again, we're in control, having better with the opportunities, but we can do that as much as we want. If we don't find the back of the net, then we don't win, do we? Whereas the opposition, they will bring it forward and they'll look threatening and eventually they'll find the back of the net at some point. Especially if we passed it to them like that. Half-time, still drawing the game 0-0. Let's make some changes. Not happy whatsoever with the way we've attacked. It's not been good enough. We're attacking with one or two players. You don't win games like that. You don't score goals like that at all. You have to change formation. Yeah, it's going to be probably a bit of an overhaul of this team. Okay, so for now we're just going to do a formation change. 3-5-2 formation. Obviously going to play Daniel at centre-back. Goulam will go play as a left mid. Hopefully those guys don't drop back. I don't want them to drop back, Goulam and Silva right now. We need them going forward. We need to try and put them under a bit of threat. Sterling's going to go play up front with Gabriel Jesus. That could change a little bit. Sanchez or Aguero might come on. Maybe even Leroy Sané. But we'll see how it goes. No actual subs, just a change of formation. Fernandinho trying to beat his man here, looking for some support if he can. It's a great ball through to Bernardo Silva. Silva! Oh, he scores, it goes in. I thought it'd go wide. He manages to slot it home past the goalkeeper. Really happy with that one. Puts us in front just a few minutes into the second half. Brilliant counter-attack. It's much more like it from us. Of course, you know, we're not really a counter-attacking team, really, but certainly not with the players we have out in today's game anyway. No Sané in the side. But Fernandinho brings it forward brilliantly. Bernardo Silva makes a great one, keeps himself on side. It's a good little finish. He slots past the keeper. Thought he missed it, but he scores, and that's the most important thing. And I think the formation change just helped on the break there. Just hopefully we'll be able to keep this up, because undoubtedly, if Newcastle are going to throw more players forward, that's going to make things a little bit tougher. So much better. You can't even believe it here. Gabriel Jesus now. Sterling into Jesus. It's 2-0. Oh, it's unbelievable. It just felt at half-time like a three-at-the-back sort of game was needed from us, and we've managed to do it perfectly. Inside 10 minutes, we're 2-0 up. It's so much better. I can't even believe it. It felt like we needed two strikers. We're really struggling to create chances, struggling to bring players forward. Look, there's four of us there. That's not happened so far in this game, but it's brilliant play. Sterling, Gabriel Jesus linking up nicely. Okay, a little bit of luck there, but it's a good finish, and it's 2-0 now. Okay, first change. Bernardo Silva coming off. Ruiz is going to come on, plays a right mid. Maybe a little bit different. Maybe we could play Sterling there, but I'm actually happy with the way Sterling's playing up front at the moment. He's supporting Gabriel Jesus really well. So, first change, about 23 minutes to go. Corner, Gundogan going to deliver. It's going to be an outswinger here. Can he pick out Danilo maybe? Or saves just down the throat of Rob Elliott. Final two changes, Wood and Foden to come on. We'll take off Gundogan and also Goulam as well. Give those guys a rest. 20 minutes left. Obviously we had a change a couple of minutes ago, but we'll make another one now due to the stoppage. We'll see how Wood gets on. It's his first appearance. I think it's the right sort of game to try him in. Of course, we're only winning the match. Again, 2-0, but I think it's the right sort of game to, again, give him a bit of a run out and hopefully put some good performance. Jesus now looks at Raheem Sterling with that pass. It's a brilliant one. Going to get it behind here. Now going to look across if he can to Jesus. Will meet it. Oh, couldn't quite get the finish though. And it's a good strike actually on the volley, to be fair to him, but saved by Rob Elliott, who gets down to it really well. Still another couple of opportunities maybe in this game for us to get a goal. Fernandinho here from range maybe. Gets one away and again saved by Rob Green to the same side. That's a really good victory, 2-0. Obviously delighted to get the 3 points there. So many changes, but the formation change half-time changed everything for us. It was incredible. We actually coped really well with 3 at the back. We didn't actually change from a 3 at the back. Maybe we should have, but it clearly worked for us going into the end of the game as well, which is a little bit surprising because usually they throw loads of players forward, but To be honest, Newcastle didn't have that many attacks at all. 2 shots, 2 on target in this game, but didn't get themselves a goal. A good 2-0 victory, a solid 2-0 victory, and also a clean sheet as well, which is good to see. Hopefully getting ourselves back on track a little bit after that game, but the 3 at the back certainly worked. It seemed to work really well because Newcastle barely attacked. 1 striker and a centre attacking mid wasn't really doing much. Before this next game against Newcastle, this time in the Cup, the semi-final for us to play, we've got some play drills first of all. We're going to see how we get on Ruiz and Gabriel Jesus as our drills this week. Hopefully with a bit of progress. A few stats go up actually, 4 or 5 I think there. In fact, Gabriel Jesus go up on a couple himself, close to 84 now, which is good. But let's sim on to this game against Newcastle. See if we get any emails first of all though. We've got an email to say Mangala's being sold. That's a good start. £10 million added onto our budget allocation from that. So very happy about that. He goes to West Brom obviously. We were taking a look at Martinez in between episodes as a potential centre back. Obviously we signed Hernandez, so far very happy with. So no need to bring in Martinez right now. But maybe one if we need one in the future. Definitely one that I'd look at. Okay, so on to this cup game now. Semi-final here against Newcastle. A few changes to this team. Edison starts in goal though. 3 at the back formation. Obviously the same formation that we played and worked successfully in the last game. So we'll go with it again. Company, Otamendi and Mendy in defence. This time Davenport in front of them. De Bruyne, Yaya Toure, Sané and Kyle Walker's our 4 midfielders. Or Davenport's our 5th. Sanchez and Aguero is our front 2 as well. So happy about that. Obviously going to see how those 2 get on up front together. Should work out hopefully pretty well, but we'll wait and find out. This is the bench I've gone with as well. Plenty of different changes there to the bench. A lot of good options as well for us. So we'll wait and see whether we need them during this game. Davenport playing as a holding midfield, a little bit different, but again, promised to me that he'd get some sort of game. I think actually starting the match would be probably best for him. Okay, so the last leg that we played against Newcastle in the semi-finals was a 3-2 victory by ourselves. We're also down to 10 men for that game. It was the game that Company got sent off in the last episode. So we've got ourselves 3 away goals. That's obviously good, but it is still 3-2 on the scoreline. We've got to make sure they don't get any away goals in this leg. Let's see how we get on, try and get ourselves a good victory here. Obviously a very strong side out, and obviously play 3 at the back like we did in the last game. Hopefully that works out. Aguero into Sanchez. Great early start. Sanchez scores. What a start that is 2 minutes in. Again, the link-up play going forward has been fantastic. Straight from kick-off. And it's 4-2 already. What a start to the game. Sanchez has been, to be honest, a little bit disappointing since we signed him. He's not done that much. He's struggled to play as a winger. But up front, so far, he's done pretty well. Great finish. Aguero, I think, bit of play between him and Sanchez here. Finds a little gap, a little opening, and scores it. As simple as that. Winning the game 1-0. Oh, what a chance. It's the post. Thought they'd scored. Thought that was an away goal for them. Great opportunity. It's come out of nowhere. First shot of the game. And it nearly found the back of the net. Aguero into Sanchez. Sanchez bursting through. Can he get a second? Yes, he can. It's a fantastic finish. Should be the game over already. It's 5-2. Sanchez smashes it home. He's on for a hat-trick here. He looks so much more comfortable up front, him and Aguero. Great play again between those 2. And he's actually making Aguero look pretty average so far in this game. Aguero's not done that much. He's obviously got a few assists so far, but he's only really had to hold it up a couple of times. Not done anything particularly special, but Sanchez with a great couple of runs and finishes off really nicely. 2-0 now, 5-2 in aggregate. Sanchez going to look for a third from range. Oh, he goes in as well. Must have taken a deflection because it seemed to sort of spin a little bit awkwardly. Sure, the power's taken off it slightly, but 25 minutes in and Sanchez has scored a hat-trick. What a finish. 6-2 now in aggregate. And I mean, well, the game is over, into the final already. It's as simple as that. Sergio Aguero again getting another assist. That's 3 assists with 3 Sanchez goals, and it does take a huge deflection. Thought it might have done, wasn't really aiming for that corner, so I thought for a second, must have taken some sort of deflection, but Sanchez claims it and gets himself a hat-trick. Already gets the match ball 25 minutes in. It's unbelievable what a change of formation can do to a team. It looks so much better. I know that Newcastle are through here with a great opportunity, and good save by Edison, and they've pulled them back straight from kick-off. Got themselves away goal. Second shot, they've scored it. Happens. The team step things up sometimes. But like I say, it's unbelievable about the change formation, how that can really impact a team. And it really has given us a good kick up the backside, basically. He's got us playing much better. And we do seem to now be playing much more like ourselves. Sanchez as well, playing so well in this match. Great chance for another goal here for Newcastle. Good save by Edison. Newcastle turned things up since we got the 3rd goal. Look like a little bit of a different team now. You can see it's a little bit of a flick on and on switch. You can see that's done by this game for some reason, where suddenly the opposition start playing well as soon as they go down a few goals. Frustrating to see that happen, but obviously they're coming back into this game now, as they shouldn't really, because we have completely dominated them. That's it for the first half, still with the game 3-1. Obviously a very lively start to the match. 4 goals in the first half was a little bit unexpected. Completely dominated them. I will say, however, in the last 10 minutes or so, since we got the 3rd goal, Newcastle come back into this game a little bit, obviously getting the goal themselves, but we've had 3 shots, 2 on target and scored 3, so it does seem like we've actually sort of been a little bit lucky to go in front based on those stats, and that's why the stats are completely pointless and completely meaningless, because we have been the better team by far. We are, however, going to make a change to the formation at half-time, so it's a little bit strange. I know obviously through the backs worked pretty well for us so far, but like I said, in the first half, Newcastle kind of flicked something on here where they started to play pretty well. So we're going to go to 4 at the back, gives us a little bit more stability there. Mendy and Walker obviously playing as our fullbacks, I should expect. Warren's going to play as a right mid. Davenport and Yaya still in midfield. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully that'll improve us slightly. Sanchez playing as the centre attacking mid's a little bit different, but we'll see how he gets on in that position. Otamendi wins the header really high up the pitch. He shouldn't be that far up, but he's got it anyway. Aguero and Sanchez now trying to get some link-up play going, waiting for some support. Davenport into Sanchez. Now looking back to Davenport. It's a great run, but the terrible finish. Right to the goalkeeper, made it so easy for him, and it's cleared. Sanchez into Davenport. Davenport now over to Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne waiting for a cutback. Had to be saved. Sané again intercepted. How have we not added to the scoreline? Okay, all 3 changes now. We're bringing on David Silva, Delph and Raheem Sterling. Sanchez, Davenport and Yaya coming off. Davenport's been incredible. We're going to train him up because I think he could be so good for us. We have got about 16 minutes left of this game. Obviously still 3-1. Not got a goal yet in the second half. Happens quite a lot where they make it a little bit more difficult for you to score in the second half if you score lots in the first. I've seen it before, but yeah, shame we can't really add another goal at the moment. Still time though. Still looking the better team by far. So much better since we changed formation at half-time. Aguero comes inside. Oh, I wanted to switch. And we've won the game 3-1, 6-3 in aggregate, gets ourselves into the final. Fantastic to be able to do that, of course. Knocking Newcastle out pretty comfortably. As Sanchez hat-trick was enough in the first half to get us through into the final. Really happy, a quick start. Obviously 25 minutes to be 3-0 up's great for us. 13 shots, 7 on target. I was disappointed not to have got more in the second half as always, but yeah, we again didn't ever manage to run away with any of these games in today's episode. It's always been fairly sort of realistic, standard sort of scorelines. Of course, 6-3 in aggregate is quite a big scoreline, but across 2 legs, it's not so much. So, yeah, overall, pretty happy with the result there. Gets into the final against Liverpool. Should be an interesting one for us whenever we do play it. But that concludes today's episode. The next game is going to be against Tottenham in the Cup. That's obviously after getting past Norwich. We'll wait and see exactly how he gets on in that game. Real Madrid reportedly look to bolster their attack, maybe signing Harry Kane. That'd be interesting. Hopefully before the game against Spurs. That'd be quite nice. We'll wait and find out anyway next episode. But like I said, that's everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, feel free, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't yet, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button as well, and I'd really appreciate that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.